Hello guys, welcome back again in this channel. So today in this series we'll see that we'll create our first container of the Docker, right? So don't waste our time. So we'll start. So first I open the terminal. So you can see here I have already logged in my Docker server, right? And let me tell you, there is two commands, which is old and which is new. So docker ps, that is a command which is provide the Docker container list, right? And docker container ls, this is also provide the Docker container list, but that is the old one and that is a new one. So I use the new one command because in the future that is a best practice, and might be in the future Docker could be deprecate that command. So that is the best practice. We use docker container ls command to the list of containers. Okay, so let me tell you the things. When we create the Docker container, so what happened in the background, right? So let me tell you through the diagram. So I open the browser. So I'm using this app. It's an online app, right? So let me take this picture. Okay, and I'm taking again one more. Okay, so I provide the name over there. It's a Docker host. And that is a Docker hub registry. Okay, and I take it over here, a user. Suppose that is a user, and if he run the command like docker container run nginx. Okay, so the behind what happened? If image does not exist in the Docker host, then it will download the image from the Docker hub registry, and then create the container. Else image is exist on the Docker host, then it will use the local image and create the container. Okay, so I just This is the phone, so you can see clearly, right? And if I talk about this scenario, so it will go to the this server, this registry, okay, and it will provide the image. So in this Docker hub registry, how many images could be there? So there can be multiple images. It depends. Okay. So I just take it in the okay. Let it be. So there could be nginx image. There could be Ubuntu image. There could be Tomcat image. There could be Java image. Okay. I'm just increasing the font so you can see here. There can be multiple images in the Docker hub registry. So in this scenario, it will go to the Docker registry and download the Docker image in the Docker host, then create the container. And in this case, if the images exist in the Docker host, so it will use the local images which is exist and create the container. So don't trust me and don't believe me. I can show you. Okay. I'll prove it. So go to the terminal. So you can see here first Docker container ls. So there is no container exist, right? And if I run the Docker image ls, so you can see here there is no images exist, right? So let me clear the screen. So I will run or I will create the container. So I'll use the command docker container run -d and provide the image name, which is nginx. Okay. So I hit. So you can see here unable to find the image nginx latest locally, and then it will go to the Docker hub, which I told you. So it is downloading from the Docker hub registry, and after the downloading, it will create the container. So it depends on your internet speed. Okay. You can see here container is created. So if you will go and run the container command docker container ls. So you can see here your container has been created with the nginx image, and it's a command which is running on the Docker container. Okay, and it is provide the time 10 seconds ago it's created, and status 10 seconds it has created and up and running. And this container uses the port 80, and that's the name of the container, right? So in the next time you can see again we'll use the docker image ls command. So you can see here now that images exist in the locally, right? Again I'm done. It's existing locally. So in this time when I create the next second container, so it will not go to the Docker registry to download that image, because that is exist in the locally in the Docker host machine, right? So what is Docker host? Docker host is my local system where my Docker application is installed. So that called Docker host. Okay. So again I'm going to the next create the next Docker container. So I'll run the again same command docker container run -t and nginx, right? So you can see that it's created in a second, right? And if I go again and check docker container ls, so you can see here that is my that is my first code and that is my latest second code. So it's created 30 seconds only. Okay, it's about 1 minute, second one. So you can see here, how much, first of all, when your images not exist on the server, so it will download from the Docker registry and then create the container. If my images exist in the Docker host, so it will use the locally first and then create the container, right? So we have successfully created our container, and I have given the differentiate with the Docker hub registry image and the local registry image. So don't worry about that. I will provide that commands which I used in this lab. So we'll provide in the description box of the video. Thank you. Thank you very much.